So the Trump administration extended the bans to additional countries earlier in January. These countries included Eritrea, Sudan, Tanzania, Myanmar, Kyrgyzstan, and Nigeria. This will take effect on February 22nd, but citizens of these nations can still visit and study in America. However, if they wanted to live there permanently, it will be extremely difficult. The apparent reason for this was these countries did not live up to the standards of the security procedures America demands. What was even more interesting is the government of Nigeria knew about this a while ago, but still failed to comply with the standards. On the surface, one could think that this is due to the fact that Nigeria has a strong Muslim population and its potential to cause a terrorism problem. But if one had to peel the layers of this subject, there may be a troubling underbelly to the ban. Emotionally, this will be devastating for families who have been waiting for their loved ones to migrate to America. Imagine waiting for years and then realizing your loved ones are not allowed to live with you. But apart from that, we ask, why Nigeria? First of all, Nigeria is the biggest economy in Africa, and it is the second largest US export destination in sub-Saharan Africa, and the total cost of goods exchanged reaches over $9 billion annually. Secondly, in terms of security, no Nigerian has caused a terror-related death in America between 1975 and 2017. Furthermore, if you're tempted to mention, what of Boko Haram? Well, Boko Haram has only focused on Nigeria and loosely mentions the Western world as an influence on modern Nigeria. In a nutshell, America has never been the intended target for the terrorist group. Thirdly, Nigerians are the most educated group in America. Educated Nigerians are double the proportion compared to Americans themselves in the country. More than half of Nigerians in America work in high-skilled jobs, and Nigerians that migrate to America already come with the English language and contribute greatly to the workforce of America, and even pay their taxes, about $4 billion in 2018 alone. With all that said, this is the time for Nigeria to flex its muscles and show why it's called the Giant of Africa. One thing Nigeria can certainly do in retaliation is to close its borders to Americans, better yet, cut ties with America. If Buhari wanted to save his remaining reputation as a president, he could stop the export of oil. President Trump is gearing up for his campaign for a second term, and in doing so, he is most likely going to try and show his supporters that he improved the economy and the stock market, which is all he knows as a president. So Nigeria ceasing exports and becoming friends with, let's say, Russia or China would take a hit on the stock market by the time re-elections are happening. Earlier in the year, when American bombings in Iraq killed Qasem Soleimani, the stock market was affected mildly. Now imagine a whole cease in trade. But then there's this hopeful side to this ban. Torn families aside, this could improve the already growing economy of Nigeria. With more degree holders or high-skilled workers staying in Nigeria, a forward-thinking government could foster these minds and propel the country even forward to the point that it could start competing with European countries in terms of economy and lifestyle. You know what is more disturbing? Nigerians still love Trump and are blaming Buhari for not complying with the demands of America. Most of the Nigerians loving Trump may not know that America continues to increase hurdles for Nigerian immigrants. Regardless, how long will Nigeria and Nigerians take insult from the ignorant world leader who complained that Nigerians would never go back to their huts, and also mentioned Nigerians coming from shithole countries? It is time Nigeria implements ideologies and strategies from other African countries and depend on itself to improve itself while receiving additional aid from foreign countries. What do you think?